Go.
All
Boom.
right,
We're
welcome, ladies
recording.
and
We're
gentlemen.
live.
After tech issues this week, this month, last month, we're back, we're live. Today marks the first of a three-segment session where this is developing your whole social media plan. We're going to go into the nitty-gritty of creating the content, why, who we're doing it for, where we're doing it, what tech we're using. But to try and keep it simple, not anything Chris can get really high tech. We're going to try and keep it just on something that all of us can manage, low techers like me. And then in the next session in a couple of weeks, we're going to talk about strategies and audiences in Meta. And then we're going to, through Meta, be talking about that next step of retargeting and just using it and getting a little bit deeper so that we can use the people that are reacting to our posts and our videos and things and get a bit more contact and recontact them. So look, it's today, it's in a fortnight, and then in a month, we're going to do these three sessions. There are three packs, if you like, that's going to get all of this content together. We couldn't possibly do it in one because you'll be here for a couple of hours. So we're going to split it, allow you to go away, practice a little bit, and then in the next session, we'll move to the next layer of how to get this whole social media mystery sorted. So welcome, Chris Jansen, country leader for eXp Realty. My name's Tony Fanfuller. I'm the Vic licensee for eXp Realty. As you know, if you've been here before, we don't EXP all over you. That's probably the last time I'm going to mention it. This is training certainly for all of our agents, but for any industry agents that would like to join in. We're here to impart this knowledge out there to our real estate colleagues in the industry and within our own company, and hope that it's valuable. There'll be a lot of takeaways for you, valuable and enjoyable, and no fluff. So Chris, take it away.
Thanks, mate. Great intro. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from around the country and the globe. Yeah, as Tony said, really today we want to strip the layers back and make this a very simple session about just creating some very basic content. I know there's many industry agents out there that don't understand algorithms, Meta Ads Manager, and where it all begins is the content that you feed, right? Whether it's on your news feed, whether it's a story, whether it's a reel, before you even can create an ad. So really, I'm part of this really cool and quirky community of agents where we all collaborate together. And I'm not the smartest in this space. There's other guys that are smarter than me. I've got a gentleman by the name of Bori Sun, who's a part of our network that will be joining us in the second part series. So today's going to be very basic. Just if you're at that level in your career, your business, where you're like, I don't know where to start to even build some content. Like, what do I put on my newsfeed? Where do I get inspiration? So today I'm going to share with you how you can use AI technology to create some inspiration behind your messaging to what you want to post. So you don't have to think too creatively yourself, because not all of us are super creative. To then actually building that content from AI generated inspiration to then putting it onto your newsfeed as a very, very basic post. In part two, we'll start to accelerate things where we'll start to dive into video content and how to create reels for further engagement. Now, for me, folks, everyone's audience is different, right? Your page has different algorithms and an audience that's following you different to mine, okay? And the most common question I get with any social or digital space is, where should I be or shouldn't I be posting or seen regularly? Well, the reality is it's saturation. You should be absolutely everywhere. Now, I appreciate time is of the essence here, though, and you can't be posting on 48 different applications a day. I understand that. There's a lot of cross-pollination that you can use with social posting, such as Instagram to Facebook, because obviously they own one another. But what I'm getting at here is today we're really just going to focus on Facebook. That's the biggest one that we use for lead generation, lead forms, ads, paid ads, all of that stuff. Really, the goal and the objective by the end of this three-part series is we'll take you through a journey of how to get inspiration in just creating your content to begin with. Because I know and I appreciate it. Sometimes you sit there on a busy day and you go, what do I post today? What do I put out there? Right. So I'm going to help you with that fog space that we all sometimes enter into. Then we're going to step you through of how do I just create that basic artwork? Okay. And then in part two, we're going to start to accelerate more to a medium advanced level, I guess, in actually how to do some video content, to then how to edit that to create some reels, if you like, and then how to finally use the content to then, whether it be a post, whether it be a video of your choosing, to actually then create some lead generation forms to target your audience that bring in leads for yourself back to you and your Meta Ads page and your Meta Ads account. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a bit of a snapshot. Now, if you've got a pen and paper, take note of this right now. There's a few applications that we're going to share with you over the next three-part series that I use in my own business. Now, I get it. If you're a $4 million GCI agent a year, you're probably paying someone 200 grand a year to run all your marketing. And if that's you, great. But not everyone's in that position. So really the emphasis of these sessions is to help you if you're an agent that maybe only sell 5 or 10 homes a year and you just want to be a bit more creative in your business. This is going to be great for you. Or if you're like me, you don't have any support staff, I do a lot of marketing myself, and you're selling 30 to 50 homes a year. This might just give you some inspiration as well. This is really tailored to the person that, if you don't have $100,000 grand budget in your marketing plan every year to outsource all of that to get it all done for you, this is how you can bring it in-house. And it's super cost effective. So grab your pen and paper. So the first application that we're going to be using today is Canva. Okay, so we're going to use some AI components. We're going to create some visuals in there. We're going to create some templates. Okay, Canva Pro is $20 per month on an annual basis. But obviously, if you're part of EXP, we're very incredibly privileged. We get that included as part of our subscription. Okay.
There is obviously a free Canva use where you've got a
Yeah.
lot of editing tools, and 80% of what we're going to show you is probably available in the free tools, but you just get that extra sweeteners that are really make it really fantastic if you've got the pro version. We're by no means
100%.
encouraging you to spend extra money. This is just, if you go to those levels, nearly everything we're going to talk about, I've got upgrades and upgrades, so that's your choice if you choose to do that. But you'll see some of the features that we do use in these software are going to be paid features where Chris or I have chosen to pay for those accounts, so that's just something to consider.
Yeah, and keep in mind, folks, and where this came about for me was we had an agent join our network recently that was part of a very big brand, right? And they said to me, Chris, this is incredible, because I was paying $35 to $75 per digital asset that was created for me on anything I did, whether it was for a DL, whether it was for a social. So he was outsourcing it to an internal person within the business. And I was like, that's insane. So it was costing him hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to outsource this. I said, well, we can help you just create and build all of that. The next application that I would suggest to get onto is CapCut. That's going to be an investment of $20 a month, and this is insane for video editing, right? So part two, if we get some time today, see how we're going for time, I might do a little bit of a teaser, but part two is going to be getting into more of the video editing and the reel creation and how you can use video content to dominate on your news feed, but also how you can repurpose that stuff, whether it be through EDM, databasing to your clients. I'll be sharing with you how just this week I ran a video EDM to my database via email, via SMS campaign, and ultimately what the end result was. But CapCut is the go-to platform for video editing. Then there's a few other little additional ones that I use. And again, this is if you need it, but Opus is a great platform. Tony's putting all the links in the chat. Grab them if you want. Opus is great for quick engagement, quick views, quick eyeballs to link to other areas of your social channels. It's an AI product. It's $23 a month for the pro version. Again, I'm talking about the pro versions, not the free versions, because you get a lot more, but it can do a lot of free subtitling, caption. It can do B-rolls. Yeah, sorry, mate.
Yeah, Opus.pro, yeah.
That's the one.
Just that there's, put in Opus and you get a lot of different stuff.
Correct. Yep. So they're the three applications. Now, again, folks, it's $80 a month. I have this full suite of the lot of them, and I'm spending between $80 to $150 a month in subscriptions to use these creation, video editing, CapCut, whatever it is, captions, B-rolls, all of that. I have some AI stuff that I'll share with you today, but for no more than $150 a month, I've got this full suite of marketing service that support my business to create all the content that I'm going to share with you now. Alrighty.
And if you're not using, I've just put on, if you're not using ChatGPT, you're missing out on
You missed the boat
the
because you're
most
going to
creative
see.
thing there is. Just use it
Exactly.
for real estate, for anything. It's incredible. We'll talk about that more, but it's a free product. Yes, we have an enterprise version, but you really don't need it. But that's one of the other things, and there might be some others, and we'll continue to just give you links.
And at the end of the day, folks, it's an investment, right? Whether it's the $80 and you go the full suite of apps that I've got per month. I mean, you couldn't pay a creative designer $80 an hour to do this stuff for you, right? So for $80 a month, this does all my letterbox drops, my social and digital assets, my EDMs, the whole lot, right? So let me jump in and share my screen now, Tony, and let's start actually building out some content, right? All right, so can you see the CapCut in front of you there, mate?
Can do. No, Canva.
Sorry, Canva. Too many C's. CapCut, Canva. All right. So what we're going to do today is just create some basic content. Now, firstly, Tony mentioned before, ChatGPT. You can still see my screen on ChatGPT, mate?
Yep.
Cool. So let's say I'm stuck for inspiration. What am I going to create on my social post today, Tony? What's happening in the world? What can I talk about that's relevant to my market?
Hang on one moment there, Chris. Just a couple of people saying can't see the screen, so we can't. I can certainly see the screen you've shared.
Okay. Let me just try this, mate.
I can see it. Screen was all good. Okay, so we've got mixed feelings about seeing your screen. Do it again, and if we get someone saying it's all good, then
can you see
so
ChatGPT in front of you guys? Just give us
I
a
can
thumbs
see
up
it
in the
now.
chat
Couple,
box.
give us a yep. Anyone else?
What can I help with? Yep.
Yes, can see it.
Awesome. So probably the biggest talking point at the moment is what's happening in the global trade, right? With the inauguration of the new US president, right? And there's lots of talk about tariffs globally and what the global impacts of that could be. So let's just say today I want to create a post on I'm a local real estate agent who has a business page. I would like to create an engaging post to my audience of homeowners, sellers, buyers, investors, and developers about the impacts of global tariffs happening at present and what that means for our local established housing market, right? I want the post to be informative, knowledgeable, excuse my spelling if it's not right, knowledgeable and to the point. All right, let's see what the prompt is it gives us anyway. Here's an engaging insight for global tariffs and local property, what you need to know. So this is building out my post, right? So again, I haven't created the visual. I'm just wanting some inspiration in this space today. So it's going to talk about construction costs are rising potentially, development delays, supply chain issues, investment strategies are shifting. So this is talking a lot about the impacts more so on the build industry with increased tariffs, not so much about the established housing market. So I'm going to say, let's refine it. Can you please refine
So get that you can continue to ask ChatGPT. You type, I'll talk for a sec. Continue to ask ChatGPT to refine and change the content. But yeah, we're basically looking for some content just for one single post about the topic that Chris dreamed up there. Whatever you dream up, you can ask it to do though, to create this sort of post, and or multiple posts if you choose. So it is only limited by your imagination.
Always be nice to ChatGPT because who knows, the robots could take over us one day. So I always say please and thank you. Please and thank you. But you can see I talk to it like a human. That's great. But can you please refine the effects on the build industry, but also elaborate more so on the effects to the established housing market, right? All right. So it's building out my post essentially, right? First home buyers, renovations, price growth. What does it mean for you? A bit of a call to action. Sorry about the streaming lag, guys. It's there's a fair bit happening on the bandwidth right now, but boom. Okay. What does it mean for you? Call to action. Knowledge, information is power, and a catchy phrase. So now let's say we built the inspiration. Cool. I've got my post, Tony. I can get that on Insta. I can get that on Facebook. I can get that on LinkedIn to look like the area expert. Okay. So now we've got the inspiration. Let's say we want to go in and just create a basic post. So there's one of a few things that you can do. When you log into Canva, again, if you've got your pro, you're going to get a lot more features and templates. But if you go the standard, that's fine. But I'm going to say under Canva templates, let's talk about housing economy. And it will give me a bunch of pre-built templates that is in Canva. Now, in a moment, we're going to talk about Magic Design and what that can do through Canva's AI power to build some Magic Design templates as it's already pulled through some imagery that I've used previously. But if you wanted to just say, you know, let's look at these templates, there's over 20,000 templates in Canva right now you can use, okay? Now, you can actually refine your search. So if you go at the top here, you can go to all filters. Now, in this case, we really want something that's going to be post friendly. So Facebook, Instagram of the likes, whatever it is. But you can see that you can create the categories of where you want your content to be, the design, layout, size to be. But I'm going to say in this instance, just show me what's Facebook worthy, Instagram post worthy. Styles, you can say, I'd like it to be modern, professional. You can start to build out some themes. So whether you want it black, let's select real estate and see what it throws at us, because that's what this is about. And then you could select some features, animations, videos you can add in there as well. You can add in some topics, right? But I'm just going to leave it with that for now. So I'm going to say, let's just leave it at that. So now it's building, it's pulled the templates. So it's narrowed down from 20,000 templates to 5,872, specific to what I've said. So post friendly on Instagram, Facebook, and relevant to the subject matters. Now, Tony, I want to ask you this question. That's one way we can select the template. I'm going to jump into Magic Design in a moment. But did you actually want me to click into this template and use it as a template and build something out? Or would you like me to show another way of building templates?
Well, I prefer it's whatever we can do that is perhaps from the free version. I don't know if Magic Design is the free version or not, but you go ahead and
No.
use one of these.
Magic Design is, I think it gives you 10 inspiration AI inspirations per day, and it's 100 for the paid version. So
Gotcha.
you get my gist.
No, we'll go right ahead and use one of those, or go to the next stage if you choose.
All right, so let's say we're going to just customize this template, folks. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, right? But, you know, you've obviously got, there's a template, right? So you can change your text accordingly. You can get your little catchphrase from ChatGPT. I'm sure most would know how to build out a design by now.
All of this is just text boxes, pretty simple. You can't break it. As Chris will show you, you can edit these as much as you like, change the colors, bring in other photos, that sort of thing. But in essence, we're trying to create what it is going to be our look and feel. I'd encourage you to, think about the colors, probably the colors of your corporate colors, to integrate those. or the business colors you'd like, and stick with a theme or a design that appeals to you. You know, this one with the swirl around the photo, if that appeals to you, some people won't like a swirl. They'll want it to be structured more square or things like that. Whatever appeals, I'd advise to come up with something that you can use as a theme that you continue to carry through. So, you know, this is going to be a post about a particular topic, but if you then have a post that is a new listing or a sale or whatever, that you continue to carry that theme so that your viewers get used to seeing the same sort of look as it's going through their Facebook feed. And if you're sharing to Instagram, same story. So they're starting to see a consistency to your messaging. You know, the logo's in the same spot, the text is the same font, things like that. And, you know, if you're using, in this case, we've got that orange swirl. If that's there, that it's always there. So half the battle here is to remain consistent and not chop and change too much when you're posting on socials, so that you start to become, the viewers basically are aware of your presence in their feed without even reading your name or your logo. It just becomes a subliminal presence that you're making in their feed as they're scrolling through. And we all do it. We scroll at super fast pace, but it's just that if all they see is that orange swirl in this example, then that's going to give them that message that you're there, you're there, you're there. And when we get into ad content and things, keeping it all the same, just to be as consistent as you could possibly be with your social posting.
Yeah. So, and that's a great point. Consistency is the key in how you appear and what you look like. So, you know, if I wanted to add our logo, obviously you can head over to your uploads. So simply, if you want to upload a file, you just click upload. You can bring up any of your file locations and you can essentially drag and drop an image straight into your uploads. Very easy. You can search previous uploads in Canva as well. So if you have a massive feed of uploads like I do, there's hundreds and hundreds of images in there, but you don't have time to scroll through. If you do a search, it'll pick up. So if I wanted to add our company logo in here, we can do that. So you can see it's very easy, drag and drop. And again, I'm just taking this from a beginner's perspective, right? If you want to change the background color, you can go in and you can manually search default colors. You can look at gradient colors if you want. So the orange now tapering away with the black, purple. It's pretty cool what it does. That looks nice. I like that. Or you can say, you can do a search too. So if you say, a lot of my branding's matte black on my signboards, my property brochures, my business card, because I find that pops with the white marketing. So if I say matte black, there it is. And there's a color code you can see as well. So if I change that, it's made it now that nice black. Okay.
It makes us all designers, and I'm the worst designer. I haven't got a design bone in my body, as I continue to tell people, but this makes us designers just by simple thoughts of, you know, entering those logos, logo colors, corporate colors you may use, favorite colors, whatever it is you choose. And it will just take that theme right through the whole visual, and we can create this slide and then add slides that'll all just be exactly the same. So it just gets that consistency.
Yep. And if you want to change that picture to whatever, you could say a luxury home. Let's say you see that lounge room shot and you think, I'll drop that in my image. It's literally drag and drop, pull it along to wherever you like in the image. And you can see it updates it quite easily. So that's just really basic text, obviously, that you can add in yourself. The text field, you can select branded text that you can create yourself, default subheadings and categories, but also branded text down here that is already pre-populated. So you can just click on it, drag onto the template, and then fill the text box out accordingly. But yeah, you can see super, super easy. Now, the other thing you can do is if you're a bit time poor like I am, and I'm sure we all are, let's say you don't have time to create this image. Now, you can go back to ChatGPT and say, that's my post, that's wonderful. Now create a social media post image. that supports this post on my news feed. Let's put the bot to work and see what it comes up with. AI can be interesting, what it creates, particularly around human faces. Text, it struggles with. You need to give it prompts several times to get the accuracy of images of people's faces and or text in the image. So there you go. That's a classic example. See, it's got the text at the top. So it's really struggling with, right? So I can say, remove all text from image and just make the image about tariffs, economic, and houses.
Yeah, so this is an option rather than using Canva. You can have ChatGPT, but again, to keep the consistency, I think using something like Canva is absolutely the go. And for those of you that've been around a long time like me, we've used Publisher and used Word and all these things to try and create images. But we can see that one that's come up there, a little bit more eye-catching and more relevant to the post that was written. So, that might be one you choose depending what you want to do.
Yeah, so there's a download button here in ChatGPT, guys. So you can see it's downloading it to the top right-hand side now. So if I go into my download files of my laptop PC, it will be in my downloads, right, as a JPEG. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Canva now. And as I mentioned before, upload. I can upload an image. There it is. It's loading into Canva. And I can say, you know what, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to drop that whole image. Sorry, let me just create a new slide. There. So you can play with a template manually yourself, or you can build it here. And you can say, what I'll do here, this is sometimes what I'll do, guys, because it's being time poor. And I'm going to drop in the logo of who we are. And I might say, I'm going to brand this one a little bit about me, which I would always encourage, folks, because people list with people, right? So we want people to see you in every possible opportunity of who you are. So I'm just going to scroll down. All right, here's an image of me. Let's just say I'll use this one as an example. So I've clicked on the image. It's dropped it in there. Now, obviously, that looks a bit like my 2-year-old daughter put that together. So let's make the synergies quite nice. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight the image. I'm going to go automatic background remover. And there you go. So now I'm actually looking part of that image. And as we always say, Tony, ABBY, always be branding you. So that could be a generic post for those agents that perhaps don't want to see themselves enlarged on the signboard and on your marketing and prospecting initiatives. For those agents like myself, I like to be prominent on all my marketing and prospecting initiatives. There is an agent photo of me, and I might say I'm going to chuck my mobile number in that post. So that can always be seen. So we've chucked the text in here. We'll put in my name. A bit smaller, 25. So if you just joined us, folks, just be mindful. This is a very basic Canva session. We're going to go a lot deeper than this over the next 2-part series, but I'm very respectful. Everyone's skills and experience level is different when it comes to Canva and or running social and digital content. So you can see there just real quickly, got the agent photo, got the network we're a part of, and got my information. Now, also I'll point out, Tony, here's a little trick for those. This does apply to Pro, obviously. This one is not Pro. So if you want to change or enhance an image, you highlight the image, you go up to edit, you can click on adjust, and you can do an auto adjustment. So if you look at the image, it's brightened me up a little bit as well. You can tweak the image yourself, or you can just leave it as it was. I know a lot of agents don't always have the most high quality images. So leverage Canva to either A, with the free version to edit it and adjust things manually. Or if you have the paid version, this is super cool. You can go into image upscaler on the left-hand side here. Can you see that, Tony? Image upscaler. So this is, you're on mute, mate, sorry. This is really good if you've got a poor quality image. So if I click on that and I go image upscaler, it'll give me the option to enhance it from a 720p, maybe to a 1080p, possibly even 4K. So you can see here, it's giving me the ability to 4x the quality. So Canva's AI has picked up on that image and said, we can 2x improve the high resolution of the image. We can actually 4x the resolution of the image. So let's say my image is generally pretty high standard, but we're going to upscale that image. And this is great, Tony. I don't know how many times I've been out there and I've used an image, taken a shot, and I've gone to use. I'm like, oh, the quality's so bad. I've got to go back out and reshoot it. That's time out of my business, my day. This is a great enhancement tool to do it all for you.
And one of the things that Chris did there and didn't really dwell on, background remover. There are free background removers online. It's the thing that really makes your image pop in your post. So many people I see putting a square photo of themselves over the top of their post. Just hit the background remover. It just makes you look so much more professional in that image that you posted
Yep.
on your socials. Just a wonderful way to really improve a post very, very simply.
Yeah, so you can see here that, it can show me the before and after. So I'm just going to go replace, and it's going to 4x the quality of that image. Now, this is particularly great if you're doing something for print publication. And again, in the future sessions, I'm going to share with you how I repurpose what I create my socials to then repurpose it for letterbox dropping. So you need a certain print quality for that, obviously, to then repurposing it digitally, whether it be by emails, SMS, prospecting campaigns, whatever. So that has now created the social image. So let's say we're ready to go, Tony. Should we do, is there anything else, mate? Throw something at me here for
No,
the
that's
audience.
enough for the time being, for sure.
Cool. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to download the image and we're essentially going to post it, right? So I'm going to go download, top right-hand side, share. You get the choice between PNG and JPEG files. I always suggest PNG just because the quality's better. Now you can choose what asset you want to download, whether it's both page 1 and 2, or if you just want one particular post.
Bear in mind, if you do download more than one, it's going to put it into a zip folder. So
Correct.
once it goes into your documents, you need to extract it. If you only need one, just download the one. It just downloads it as a PNG image sitting in your documents as one single file.
There you go. So that's the image, right? So we've got that option there. Now we're coming up to 35 minutes into 30 minutes into the session. So another 10 minutes, folks, and we'll wrap this up. The other way that you can create AI images through Canva, again, this is Pro, is the Magic Media. Now, this I find a little bit weak, to be honest with you folks. But you can say, all right, describe to me what the prompt is. So I can get the prompt from ChatGPT again and say, let's just grab that. You can select your styles. So this is what it looks like, whether it's a neon look. I'll show you, we'll change the look in a moment in the style. So I'm just going to say, just show me a photo for now. You can choose your format. So whether it's square, landscape, portrait for stories, we're just going to stick with square in this instance. And I'm going to say, generate the image. And this is where we play the hold music.
This is doing what ChatGPT did before. So it's just within Canva. It's probably not as strong. And as you can see there, it's based on the text that was there, it's decided to create an image that's an aerial view of housing.
Correct. So it's
front housing, as it were.
It's not as strong in the prompts, right? You can do the same with graphics, style. This is more like creative design, more so than imagery. in terms of graphic. And then the last one is you can create videos as well, AI videos, through your AI prompt that you're giving it. So you can see this is just very basic graphics, right?
But there's a time and a place, you know, if
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
the look you want to
I,
give,
I wouldn't put
depending on
that
what
out.
you're doing.
And then we're going to say, well, what's the prompt for generating a video? But you can see with the magic tool. Now, once this is done, I'm going to show you the premium option every day of the week that I use myself. And this is the difference of spending $80 a month to $150 a month and having the suite of applications I mentioned before, but then AI bolt-in stuff to your business that helps with your creative. Video's just going to take a little bit longer here, folks. Then I'm going to show you how we post this in a minute. Any questions in the chat box from the group?
Nothing of
You've been
recent. I think
answering,
I've
mate.
answered the last couple, but when you flick to Facebook, I just want to mention one thing. It's a basic, but it's one that I have seen agents get a little confused with. It's the difference between using this on your Facebook profile or making a Facebook page. So I'd encourage you to create a Facebook page specific for this content. You can share it on your profile if you choose later, but create a page, develop the followers as this sort of content will, rather than using your personal profile. And you can get the likers and followers on your page, name it, you know, Joe Blogs Real Estate Agent, whatever your name is, something like that. You know, I think mine says, mine's my wife and I, Sam and Tony, EXP Realty Agents. So it's very clear as to what we're doing with our Facebook page.
Yeah, I think that's really important. So, folks, for me, on my transactional business, it's Chris Jansen EXP Realty, and it's a business page because of algorithms. That's my audience. I have nearly 4,000 followers on there. Obviously, paid ads is a lot easier to a business page. There's just a lot more flexibilities with how you market and promote yourself on a business page. In saying that, though, I do have a personal page, but for me, that's dedicated to what we do within the industry and our model with collaboration and attraction for agents that want to be part of our community and network. So that's my attraction collaboration page where I talk to my audience there about this kind of stuff. And my transaction page I keep separate. You can see there, Tony, real quickly, it's just created the AI video off the back of the prompt. Obviously, that you know, is pretty
In whatever
average, to be
language
honest
it's
with you.
decided to do it in.
Yeah. The other one I want to share with you, this one here, folks, if you want to take this down, this one's super affordable too. I think it's $120 a year for a paid version that you get a lot of credits on. I think I get 8,500 credits per month. This is insane for imagery, both still imagery and video AI imagery. That is, sorry, where did I go? That is Leonardo.ai. Okay. So again, for me, $100 a year, a little bit more. It's an hourly rate, really, of what we're doing in our industry. What can this do for us? So you'll see here in a
When
moment.
when you're scrolling Facebook and you're seeing these incredible pictures of, you know, people making planes crash and, you know, weird animals and all that, these are the type of tools that they're using to build those images that are unreal. Dinosaurs
Yeah.
walking down the street, whatever it might be. These type of tools where you, again, only limited by your imagination as to how far you want to take this. But again, if you commit to that, going to that level, you got to stay consistent, and everything
Yeah.
has to be at that level. Commit to it, and you know. But it will, you know, you go and scroll your local real estate agents. This sort of thing will set you apart, you know, in your marketplace. If you're taking upping it that little bit and then being consistent with it, you're going to be set apart from the ones who are just going house just listed, house just sold, and just that's all they're doing. So this
Yeah.
is, yes, there's a place for that. We're definitely doing that. But this is just for, upping it so that you're the person that they're seeing this type of content from and getting this information professionally from you, and no one else is doing it.
Yeah, Bori, who will be on the next fortnightly session, he'll talk about the topic of evergreen. Now, industry agents, you only need to look at this online because this is technology that will appeal to Gen Zs, millennials. It will be the future of our marketing online, right? So it's a bit like the algorithms changing with YouTube right now, with long form, short form videos, all of that. Just go away if you've got some time and research evergreen in social digital media space and what that means long term. But Bori, who's coming on fortnightly session, he's actually created a faceless YouTube channel. And he did this just to try the Facebook algorithms with the evergreen future of what's here. And he's built a channel that's already got nearly 15,000 views. Subscribers to his channel. So he's about to monetize. He's about to make money off YouTube in a month, right, through doing these platforms. So he was going to take this stuff to the next level on the next fortnightly session. But yeah, like you said, Tony, this one here, you could imagine if that girl there, the colorful hair, is a beautiful picture of a house you've sold, and then someone clicks on the image and boom, it slides across and it's your picture of you as the agent that sold it, holding the sold sign or the sold sticker with the clients or whatever else, right? So you can see it really transforms. You can do motion, you can do image creation, you can upscale images. But in this instance, I'm just going to say, let's create a basic image, right? So I'm going to say up the top here, prompt. Let's get the same prompt from ChatGPT. The thing with Leonardo is you can put a lot more prompts in. Canva's very limited. That's why it struggles with the amount of prompts you can put in there. So you can see that's allowed me the full prompt, whereas Canva is very limited in how much you can put in this prompt. I think it's 200 words and that's about it. So that's why it struggles with the AI. This one we can get really specific. So as you can see, it's got my credits at the top there. So I get 8,500 per month, I think, for $120 a month subscription to this. You can see if I generate this, it's going to take 104 tokens from me, right? But let's have a look. What's it generating? While it's generating over here, you can change the styles that you want, the model and presets, not going too much detail, the contrast quality. If you want fast images, quality images, you can select the ratio of obviously whether it's story, 16:9 for YouTube, 1:1 ratio for Facebook, Instagram of the post of the like. Oh, hang on. Let's look at that. See, I left parents helping their kids in the prompt. That was my post from yesterday. See, got to make sure the prompt's right. It's very specific. It's very detailed, the prompts.
I was wondering why it came up with that image.
Yeah, that was my post from yesterday.
And gives you an idea for those watching, simple prompt, parents helping kids, and there was the image. A couple of adults walking with a child. So if that's the message you're giving, if that's the content you're writing about, there's no limit to. Oh, look at him, Salai. There's no limit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll show you the post that this created for me. Again, this is me yesterday creating a post amidst the busyness of our day, and Leonardo created that AI image, and ChatGPT obviously created the context of the post for me. Parents, how to help your kids into property, right? So for me, that was a ChatGPT text there. A feature article. So I've linked that. For me, I work in with a mortgage broker. Okay. So every month he gives me a feature publication, an article. I help him, he helps me, but I get access to all his content as well. We're really stretching the bandwidth now, aren't we? So here's his finance page, right? And it talks about how parents can help kids get into the property market, right? So I link it to him. This is what the finished product looks like, folks. Obviously, always have a call to action. So for me, it's DM or call me directly. People can click that. It'll connect them straight to WhatsApp if they've got that, so they can message, SMS me directly or just call. I always call to action to my website because I want traffic coming to me. It's insane, Tony, how much I see agents put promos I just seen one yesterday, big agency in South Australia, and an agent pumping out a booklet, 2025 market forecast. And I clicked on that booklet publication from that agent's business page, and it took me to their office website and
Mm,
nothing to directly go back to that agent to book an appraisal or do you know what I mean? It completely took
mm,
me away from that agent. So everything we practice, preach, train, and provide is we want to drive traffic to you in every instance, right? Because in that example, mate, I clicked on that agent's publication because I was like, cool, I'll have a look at that. What is that? It took me away from the agent to the agency's website and it gave me the information to fill out on the agency website that I want an appraisal, right?
mm.
Now, where does that go? Who knows? In the abyss to
Not
the
to that
front
agent,
desk?
I'm
Well,
guessing.
that would be my question, I guess. So I always link everything back to my website. This is future. This is probably going to get come about in session 3 when we start really running some intent lead form and ads. Gamma site, we've done a training session on it before, but I link previous publications that I've created to my posts as well. So this was a housing market forecast that I created with AI. So it's a lovely looking landing AI page built for me that brands me, who I'm proud to represent, and it talks about the factors influencing the housing market into 2025. This will be series 3, folks. So I'm giving you a little bit of a teaser now of this application. But what I'm getting at is you can see everything is linking back to my broker. He helps me, I help him. He's a call to action, ease to get in contact with me, linking back search engine optimization back to my page, not somebody else's, and any other future publications that I've created as well. All right. So you can see here, and this is the images obviously it created yesterday for me with, kids, parents helping kids into the property market. These are really high quality, quite a good standard. But you can see here just real quickly, Leonardo AI, it's created some imagery off that prompt. I can tweak it. I can select more styles, dynamic, fashionable, whatever. Again, Bori will jump into this more so in session 2. But let's just say we're going with that image that we created before. So I think there was a question about how much of the text do you use? That's a great question. I'm going to use all of it because it's all there.
And you
So
you can just you can ask if you type in the word shorten, it'll just shorten it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if you ask to make it one paragraph, it will do exactly what you ask, and I'll often just write shorter or longer or expand or different style, make it funny, whatever you'd like. So, you know, Chris has written to shorten there, and as you can see, it's about to finish, but it's brought that. That's it. So it's brought that post down into a much more simplified, shorter post. Depends what you want.
We're going to grab that. Go into Meta Business. Now you can post directly to your feed. I like Meta Business because you can see here it's going to post both to my business page and my Instagram page. So you can select multiple platforms.
So
That's all
Chris,
I've done
just
here.
we've done a great leap of faith there from Canva to Meta Business.
Yep.
And if you've got a Facebook page and you open your Facebook page, you'll need to go to your Meta Business Suite, which in your left-hand column. For many of you, you possibly never clicked on it. There it is there. It may come up. Mine's a little bit different on one of my pages I'm looking at on the other screen. Layouts, but you're looking for Meta Business Suite. So this is where we're going to post rather than posting up on Facebook where it says what's on your mind. We're not posting there. We're not posting what Chris is showing now. We're not doing that. Okay. That's for your profile page when you're posting pictures of your holidays. Meta Business Suite is where we're posting to get our these business posts that we created today with the text and the imagery and everything, because we're going to have a lot more control over it. So you keep that on screen there. What's on your mind is for your holiday photos and when you're out for dinner.
Yep.
Not for you doing your Facebook page, business page posts.
And that's my post. That's my page, folks. So if you want to hit me up, follow. please feel free to replicate and implement, as we say here proudly, anything that I put out there. We've shared in our chat box here to our YouTube channel, because everything we do, I get this question probably a dozen times a week. Tony, I can't make it, I'm busy. Great, it's awesome you're busy, but will there be a recording? Yes, everything we record, whether it's live streamed to Facebook, it'll be recorded on our YouTube channel. So maybe just update that link in the thread chat box, Tony, now. Feel free to follow me personally as well. Just look me up. Chris Jansen. It's a verified blue tick page as well. You can see a lot of the content stuff that I provide on there that's already on there. We do have a little community as well of agents that we collaborate together. If you want to be part of that community, we share a lot of this stuff on a daily basis. Just hit me up and I'll be more than willing to share that with you.
And I've put on the live stream that we're live streaming to Facebook at the moment, I've put all of the links in the comments of that live stream. The live stream will be forever in the past live streams. We know that hundreds of people watch it over the next few days. But there, YouTube, if you can't find it, message one of us, but they're the places you'll find it.
Yep. All right. So we're going to, so you can see, yeah, so you can see the difference obviously here. I can select multiple pages at once, right? So I'm going to upload the photo from my desktop that we did before, and we're just going to say, we're going to use that one. So you can see the 1-to-1 image ratio over to the right-hand side. It's going to give you a nice little preview, make sure it all looks good. Now, I think someone asked a question in the chat box, as I'm looking over at this screen, about do you grab all the content? You can shorten, as we mentioned. So we've shortened this example. So we're going to go copy that text, which is that little clipboard, back to Meta Business. Now, see, sometimes ChatGPT does this. It does asterisks. It annoys me. Okay, we don't want that. So remove all asterisks. Doesn't do it all the time.
It's in the copy. It's in the
yeah, it's obviously something I've copied over. Or,
it's there. We just had the question, what about the links? Instagram won't post links. Yeah.
No.
So that we've covered in sorry, say again, Chris.
Just put them in your bio.
Yeah. So we've covered this in the past. Your bio, you should have a blink page or a link tree, not just your business website or your company website. You should have your own blink page, BLINQ, that will host multiple links. Every time you do a post with a new link, you can edit your blink page, add it there. Gives you a lot more control, means people just have to go to your bio, click one button, and all the links past blog posts, past other websites, other social pages, whatever you're trying to share will all be there. It's probably the most powerful thing you can do to make with your contact details, rather than having, Build Blogs 0419 and your number. Just again, being consistent with that, making that accessible.
So over here, you can see it's created a preview of the posts. You can look at the Facebook feed preview. You can look at the Instagram feed preview. You can also look at it from a desktop perspective or what it looks like on a mobile as well, just to make sure it looks nice and catchy. Because again, this is basic. What we're creating now in series 2, 3, we're going to show you how you create world-class ads that bring in lead generation to you. So you don't have to outsource that. So we're going to show you how to target an audience, whether it's been somebody who's connected with your Facebook page in the last 60, 90 days, whether it's been somebody who's connected with your website in the last 60, 90 days, how you can retarget those people. I'm sure we've all experienced it where you've gone and clicked on something and then for the next 48 hours, that ad just keeps reappearing on your feed. Well, that's what we're going to help you achieve with your audience, right? So you can see we've got the post there. Now, as I mentioned before, call to action, you can just, this is what I find easiest, is that I'll just go to a previous post and then I will put it down the bottom. And then it will update the preview and it's got all my call to action particulars in there, right? So you can see my website looks a bit yucky at the moment, so we can space it out a little bit. That's what that little hashtag got in there. I must have done something. Hashtag. Now, one thing I would always encourage is absolutely hashtag yourself in anything and everything you do. So Chris Jansen, EXP. So it's already found me. If you want, guys, you can obviously add emojis. You can customize posts for Facebook and Instagram by selecting that option, which will default automatically for you. You can select the location. So again, this could be if you're running targeted ads. So I'm not going to go to New South Wales for a seller if I'm running an ad that's going over the border. I really want to only target, my geographical location. So you can put a location. You can put a messenger button in there. So if I click that, or a WhatsApp button, see down the right-hand side of the post. So if I click the Facebook, it'll give you the ability people to be able to message you directly or WhatsApp you directly. I don't encourage that, okay? What I will be showing you in future sessions is how we actually get lead generation forms. So people put in some first name, surname, email, mobile information, and then they get the information that you're providing, whether it's the forecast report like this, to access it or download it for free or learn more. And then we get their lead information, obviously, from that point of view. You can collaborate. So you could say, I'm collaborating with Tony and Sam on this listing or sold result or whatever the post is relevant to. You can select the scheduling time frame if you wish. You can choose to share it to your story, and then you can choose to make it private or public. Now, why is it restricting me? Let me just
Forget that we're going to do one post with a little bit of control over how it looks. We're going to post it to Facebook and Instagram at the same time. You will have had to link your Instagram channel with your Facebook channel. Won't go into that today, but heaps of help online about doing that. So this is same content posted to those different social media pages without having to double up, do it twice.
Well done. And then we would go publish. I don't know why it's not letting me schedule. I think it's because I'm logged in over here on EXP's Facebook, so it's affecting my access at the moment. But you can obviously set it to schedule, and if you want it to appear on Facebook and Instagram posts as well. Okay. So you can see here the post is outlaid nicely. We've got the call to action. We've got the catchy topic of what's happening in the world economy right now is the biggest talking point. The image we've created is basic, folks. You can take this to the next level, absolutely. But that just gives you a very basic understanding of how to use Canva. I'm just trying to click stop sharing.
And just opening it into the start of being able to use Meta and Facebook for your advertising.
Yes. I'm just going to have to close some things down here, Tony, because it's not letting me stop
sharing. That's probably all we want
now.
to cover today. It's a lot in it. The videos will be there if you want to go through and fast forward, rewind, whatever you need to do. As we said, we're going to take this and leaf it into the next fortnight with help of one of our collaborators, Burry, and get that just taking you to the next level. And then there'll be one a fortnight later to complete the topic so that we can actually generate leads from the work that we're doing here and turn it into leads and listings. That's what we're here for. Everything we cover here for every session we've ever done is designed about getting listings. So, starting with design today, getting into advertising and content, but that's certainly what the end result always is.
Sorry, Tony, I can't unshare my screen right now because Zoom's crashing. So you might have to wrap this session up, mate, because otherwise...
Yeah, I think we've taken up tons of your time. I really appreciate everyone that's been here. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Look out on the socials for the links and we'll cover off any questions you have. Please come to Chris or I anytime. On our socials, you'll find us. And thank you very much for attending.
Thanks, folks. Next session, we're going to step it up and go to medium advanced level, and then the third session advanced. But sorry, I can't unshare. Thanks for joining us. As always, look forward to seeing you on the next fortnightly Business by Design session where we come together as industry agents to create success with intention. Have a great day, folks.
Thank you.